Hello and welcome to my channel. I had the final stand model kit from the Indian War series from Masterbox. The box cover named both the artist and the sculptor, and this is kit number MB35191. On the rear we have the colour guide plus some vague assembly instructions, plus a detailed copy of the sprue which you should find inside the box. To check out their other kits, just scan the QR code on the screen at the moment. Right, I'm going to open this up and we should find exactly one item. This sprue matches the one on the back, so therefore we know it's complete and there's nothing missing. So let's take a closer look. We'll see one horse and two people. Let's get the party started and start cutting things out. Now, as I said earlier, the instructions for this are very vague, so my advice is to start off with the bigger items and slowly make your way down to the smaller ones. The sprue tabs are noticeable, though they'll need filing down. Model cement works like a charm on these kits. They give you ample working time, plus the larger the surface area, the stronger the bond. It's just a matter of keeping going until you've worked out what piece goes where. These kits don't go together perfectly, so you always get some seam lines, and those can be easily filled in with a little bit of filler. Right, I'm going to crack on and get all three figures completed. First up is the slain horse, and you can see he still needs a little bit of clean up work. Next up is the Union soldier, and he'll be shooting from behind the horse. Last up is the cowboy. He's in the midst of shooting and squatting down for a tiny bit of cover. So I'm just going to spend a couple of minutes working on the base. It's not going to be anything special, I just need to cover the three figures. I don't want them to be perfectly flat, so I'm going to add a couple of mounds. And to do that, I'll make some shallow cuts around the edges, and that will give me a slight gradient. Then I just need to sand the edges smooth so I can dry fit it. The larger mound will be at the front for the horse to sit on. This will create a small dip at the back, thus giving extra shelter from enemy projectiles. Once I'm happy with the positioning, I glue everything down. Then I get it primed and put it to one side for now. Speaking of which, I also prime the figures. Painting wise, it's not going to be anything too exciting, it can be very similar to the box art. The horse is going to be a chestnut brown colour, which was quite common back then. For the cowboy, he'll be getting mostly earthly tones, such as yellow, greens and brown. As for the Union soldier, he wears a dark blue tunic and light blue trousers. And then those figures are finished off with a wash and a dry brush, until they end up looking like this. Not exactly the same as the box art, but somewhere in the right direction. Now it's time to finish off the display base. I cover it with acrylic brown to represent mud, so if there's any gaps left in the grass, it will still look the part. And of course we can't forget the black trim around the edge. And once that's dried, I find a suitable place for the horse, and I glue him down with some Gorilla Glue. As for the grass, I've got a sheet of wild meadow. This is either cut or torn into strips and added in patches, and PVA glue is the best adhesive to apply this. It's just a matter of working your way around the obstacles, and then it's time to add the people. This kit comes with a spare Union hat, so rather than let it go to waste, I decided to add it to the scenery, as if somebody's lost it in the chaos of the battle. And with that, that's the final stand model kit completed from Masterbox. If you wanted to pick up this kit yourself, it's model number MB35191, and you can follow the QR code at the beginning of this video. I always find Masterbox kit to be a little bit tricky to assemble, but if you can get past that stage, you'll be rewarded with something quite unique. And I must say that the long grass really does help sell this scene. I do have more MB kits sat on my shelf, so watch out for those soon. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, if I can do it, so can you.